and Tom wrote it right underneath. I was just cracking up. I'm like, this is hilarious.
Okay, so this stream is called Two Puerto Ricans Walk into YouTube. Oh, let's
All
see.
right.
Oh, let me see. Oh, I gotta see if I can snatch the link. That is so funny. Like, I
Yeah,
don't know.
I'm trying to do the
Actually,
same
I'm gonna
thing.
quit you. Oh, there's a live. No, I don't want to quit. Cancel. What the
Okay,
hell?
I'm sharing the link right now. Copy.
Tom Buck is back. So, man, we are testing out all of the things that can go crazy. You know what it is? I cursed myself because yesterday I was on the stream with Jeff Say and Grace Duffy, and we
Hmm.
were talking about, like live streaming and stuff like that. And Grace was saying how she's scared to use the beta. I'm like, I always use the beta. I never have problems. Never say crap like that, bro.
Yeah, I think I
Oh,
had a little bit to do with it talking bad about my Windows computer, and
oh
then
my goodness,
this is the
that's
stream that we start
funny.
getting all the issues. I
I
find that
have
funny.
right. I find it funny too because I have never run into issues. But
Round
hey,
three.
hey, Paul, stop saying stuff spicy, Paul. Paul is like part three of what? No, I really don't even think it's because of beta. I think something weird is going on network wise.
Yeah,
It's kind of hard to say because normally if there's a beta problem, we get a alert bar or an error box. Something crashed on Luis's side, and for whatever reason, it wouldn't let Luis dial back in. Oh, Paul is right. Paul is right.
yeah.
There is the answer.
It
Yes.
was all the Nikon talk. Oh, that's
Oh,
good.
this Tom's fault because he finally listened to episode 53 on the Hive podcast. I was joking. The other day when Heather and Jared was on, I kept joking like episode 53 is the best episode on Jared's podcast because that's my episode. But actually, Dinah's episode is pretty fire, and the one with Sean Cannell, those are both good. The Pat Flynn episode, of course, is magic, but it's just funny. Hey, give back the trophy. Keely, that's what it was. Keely wasn't here to hold it down, so the stream blew away. That's what happened.
That's what's up. How you
Man,
doing, Keely?
I had all of these great situations and whatever, but no. Anyway,
Like,
so to hang with all of them questions, now we got to start all over. Let's dive into something a little bit more, I guess, ethereal. So everyone asks this question. I hate the question personally because I just laugh because I'm like, if you really doing what you really want to do, it doesn't matter. You shouldn't have any problems. But maybe I'm a D bag for saying that. So
okay.
how do you manage to do all of the myriad camera junkie things when you have an insane schedule?
That is something that I wish I had an answer for. But if I did have any answer for that, my answer would have to be passion. I'm passionate about the things that I like. So let's say you're passionate about a particular TV show, like one of the members of the Just Create More community, Ricky, has an awesome channel based all around like the community building of sharing television episodes of like their favorite Marvel characters and that whole Marvel universe. It's an amazing channel. But his passion is what drives it. So his passion is to watch television. My passion is to do photography and this amazing platform which we call YouTube. So the time that some people would spend watching television, I spend on the platform that I want to be part of or that I am. So that's one of the myriad things of just what is it that you're passionate about and what is it that you're spending your time on. Me, I'm a single father. um, I a solopreneur providing for my son. I'm also a camera junkie photographer. a video editor and just myself on this platform. And all of those things are combined just because of the passion that I have for the craft that I am completely enthralled with. So instead of taking my time and wasting it on things that at the end of the day could, they're fun, they're entertaining, and they serve their purpose, but for me that wasn't helping me out to achieve my end goal. So the best way that I can put it is, the way that you could achieve the things that you're looking for is within the preparation, right? You're either preparing, or like you're either planning to succeed, or you're just planning to fail. So a good way, and so it was a really good clubhouse conversation that I was able to take part in, where they broke it down like, you know, we're gonna have dinner today. Everyone's gonna sit down and have their meal with their loved ones or with their family, however it may be. But for you to achieve dinner, even though you know it's a given, you know for a fact that dinner is gonna happen because dinner is inevitable, you still have to do the things in order to prepare to get that eventual outcome. And you will build them into your schedule for the day, so that you know that for you to achieve dinner at the end of the day, you need the ingredients to create the food for the meal. So you need to stop at the grocery store to get those ingredients. And all of those steps that you took are the plan that you set out to achieve dinner. And it's as simple as that when you apply it to everything else. Are you really preparing yourself for dinner? Or are you just talking about it? Because there's a lot of people who will sit here and be like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna get this ingredient, and I'm gonna roast this piece of meat, and I'm gonna bake the cake, and I'm gonna make the potato salad, whatever it is that they're going to do." But do your
Don't
actions
put no raisins in a
actually
potato salad.
what? No,
Don't put no raisins.
that's a whole
in a
different
potato
conversation. There's no raisins in the potato salad. But do your actions lead to your eventual outcome? You know, are is your preparation, going to the store and getting the ingredients that you need, so that when you need to produce your meal, you have what you need already in hand? Or are you just gonna sit there and then try to call Uber Eats? So
Man.
that's just the way that I put it,
Woo, that was fire, man. And Paul come correct. Paul said you can boil water. No, I got the hiccups. If you boil water, but unless you put something in it, it's just hot water.
That's a
Yerk.
good one, man.
That is really, really weak tea.
There we go.
That is super funny, Paul. I love it. You said something in that piece which has me thinking a lot, because I've been fighting with folks about this for a minute. You said about, people doing what's fun. I often question. I'm a critical thinker, so I question weird stuff, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Is it really fun? Or did someone else tell you it was fun, and you labeled it as fun, and now you need to do the thing that is fun because somebody else done told you it was fun? Not that you really tried it, you liked it so much, like you have a hard time not doing it, whatever. Like, that's a different level of fun. So I don't like the generic fun conversation for me. Even for me, and I guess I'm weird and I might be different, the fun has to have a certain level of, I would be upset if I didn't have the ability to do it. That makes fun a little bit more than passion. A little bit more like passion. Hey, Fabi, thank you for the coffee. Oh, dang. I could use some after 3. Why is Luis's name over top of the banner? Dang it, Luis. Let me move that. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just super curious as to, like, when people say that, this, that, or the next thing is fun, like, is it really fun to you, or are you just sort of going by what the general population says?
Well, there could be a difference between fun and entertaining because
There you go.
movies,
There you go.
even though they can be dramas, they're still entertaining. But the reason why I said that they're fun, whether it be fun or entertaining, is just the fact that what do you get out of it after you're done with that experience? Because you can sit here and you could really break things down. And I'm kind of like you, I start breaking things down. And it's like, if you were to watch a 2 hour movie every night to relax, at the end of that 2 hour period, like, what have you really learned? Or have you gained a skill? Have you bettered yourself in any way? Now, there are movies that can move you emotionally, and that's not what I'm talking about, but we're talking on the real. Like, you're watching a Marvel movie, and you know that a guy flying around in a metal suit is completely fictional. So, at the end of the day, you finish watching something like that, and not that it's just that there's anything wrong with that, but then you have to be real with yourself, right? You watch a movie like that 5 times a week times 2 hours, that's 10 hours. If you were to do that 7 days a week, or just, because you need to relax, that's even more than that on a weekly. And then when you start saying that you're spending at least 40 hours entertaining yourself on a monthly, it really puts things into perspective, because that's an entire week of work from 9 to 5. So if you had a 9 to 5 time span within a month to actually do something that will benefit you in the long run, at the end of the day, I feel that that was more value than me sitting and watching a movie. So that was one of the biggest shifts in my own life, because I come from photography and film, and I love movies and I love breaking them down. But ever since my son was born, my circumstances changed dramatically. And because of that, I didn't have the luxury to do that. And I had to be more purposeful with all of my time. There was no time that was to be wasted. So if I was going to take any time like that, I was going to try to make me the best version of me instead of just entertaining myself.
Dang, that's pretty powerful. Tom, I was laughing at Tom because Tom said,
No.
Iron Man is fiction." So now, here's the thing.
Oh, Tom, man.
I'm at the point where this is going to sound weird, but even if I'm watching Marvel, I'm learning something. Here's why.
Oh, yeah. I
Because
don't
I'm
take
in the
anything
space,
from that.
right? I'm in the space, right? If you're not a shooter or whatever, right? If your hobby is something else, or not your hobby, but your money making endeavor is something else, it's a little bit different, right? But when I'm getting storyline, story arc, lighting tricks, special effects tricks, like all of the above. So I'm taking them about. And because I grew up in the Marvel paper universe, I am extremely, extremely over the top in love. I've actually met Stan Lee in person. So that's
so cool.
That's a little bit different. And I don't want to say, you're making it adjust to fit. No, because I can actually, there you go, right? Shang-Chi, right? Oh my God, Shang-Chi is going to be the bomb. But no, you can learn something from watching a movie with intent. But
Yes.
you guys know the difference between people that are watching with intent and the people that are
just
literally
watching to be
they've
entertained.
been told. Okay, I had this conversation last week, and and people get mad at me when I say it, but there's the people that I need a vacation. Why do you need a vacation? Well, because I need a vacation. What are you going to do on this vacation? Oh, I'm going to go spend like 10 grand staring at something. And I'm like, that's not what the vacation is for. Vacation is to reset your brain, let your body recover, do a bunch of weird things. Like, some people turn vacations into more stressful than their regular stuff. So you didn't actually
Yes.
vacate anything. You didn't vacate the brain of anything. You're still out there just making life hard for yourself and whatever. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's a hard one.
Well, I agree with that because I haven't really vacationed in a long time, but I've
Well, mine's gotta be work.
staycationed
Yeah.
a lot here in in South Florida. And shout out to Rob, I used to own the annual pass for the Disney parks, and that allowed me to do a lot of staycationing here because a lot of people like Rob has an entire channel to how to plan your Disney vacation so that you can maximize it and actually enjoy your time there. And that was something that before I even knew his channel was even available, before I really knew the power of YouTube, I was just doing similar things because I would just go visit those parks at the random, not really having to just plan anything out because I was there for the experience and relax. So whenever a new ride would come out and people would spend a lot of time of their park experience trying to like reach that one attraction, I would just completely neglect it and I would only like attend that experience when there was a 15-minute wait on one of the random times that I would just show up. So it was a completely different experience for me because, yeah, vacationing is one thing, but staycationing could be a lot more beneficial when you know how to do it right.
There you go. All right, let me go find what I did with G's question. G said a comment a big ago about having a old DSC H300 camera. I don't see autofocus button anywhere, so I'm manually focusing my pictures. No, that camera is autofocus everything. Page 38 of the manual. Go into the manual, go to page 38, go read about intelligent auto, and yeah, it's all in there. Like, yeah, the manual.
I stay in awe
The
with that
manual.
because like you knew exactly which camera he was talking about. I was like, I'm
Man,
still relearning a lot of
we owned the
the
Sony
cameras that
store
I
for
missed.
30 years, Luis. Like,
Yeah,
June and I
I know.
sold a metric ton of Sony cameras. But yeah, so I mean, that's a good camera. Like, it was very good for people that just needed a vacation family camera. You can buy one now for like $200, so not an expensive camera. But it does have a manual mode, but when you go into the manual mode there, you're mostly going to be adjusting sort of aperture and stuff like that. It has a program mode, it has all of that. But when you start it up, it lives in intelligent auto, so therefore it's doing everything. It's controlling the entire exposure triangle for you and that. But yes, the manual. You can go to
Yeah,
Sony.com
but
and
Zane
get the
said
manual.
it best. Zane said it best. Page 38. Like that's why I say I stay in awe that you knew the page of the manual. Like, so big ups to you, Doc.
I'm just saying.
I'm a
Bro.
camera junkie, but
Oh,
man, that
dude,
was
check this out.
what's
Man,
up.
I know she's here, but I kind of want to give her props and then yell at her at the same time. So we busted out our ZV-E10s, right? And I'm watching the principal. The principal now. She goes like this. Oh, let's see what's in here. There's this paper. There's warranty. This is a reenactment. I should put reenactment on the screen. And she goes like this. Oh, ZV-E10 manual. And then she's like, oh, another ZV. And I'm like, Kathy, what in the are you doing? but then she pulled a solid recovery. She goes, I don't
Okay.
need the papers. Sony, quit putting the papers on the box. I am fully capable to go online and read the manual. I'll read the manual and I will just get it offline. Sony, don't put that crap in my box. And I was like, okay. I was about to reach to the
Okay.
Principal Walker, what in the exact are you doing? but
Oh
But
man, that's funny.
she said, I will read it online. So, yes, she said, toss them out and get it online. Yes. It's not Maria, it's Marie. But yes, anyway. I had to give her props. At first, my coach Doc blood was boiling. I was like, what in the exact F? You gotta read the manual, but come on, Kathy, I'm with you. That was freaking awesome. That had me cracking up laughing afterwards.
Yeah, it was
While
so
you were
good.
doing it, I was losing my mind.
Says
No,
save the
no,
trees.
I'm not throwing her under the bus. I'm giving her props. At first, she had me a little scared. I'm like, she had me a little scared talking about throw the manuals away, but I feel better now. Um, so G, did you just hear that entire rant? You can get them. I'm gonna go get you the manual. Hold on, give me 3 seconds. Luis, say something smart while I get. I can't. Oh, I'm about to lose my.
Well, what we're experiencing now is that Doc is actually actively downloading the PDF for the manual so that he can turn it to page 38 and send it to you. I believe that's what's happening.
No, I'm going to get. I just get the page for the manual from the internet because, like Kathy said, all you got to do is
Let's see
go
what's
to the
going on in
site
chat.
and get the manual. You type in DSC H300 manual. It's like not even that hard. Like in the matter of time it took Luis to pretend to say something while I did this, I went and got the manual and I'm done. Like it's not even that hard.
And for those of you who
Oh,
don't know,
snap. I
you
did it
can we're hosting a 3-day virtual event called Leap Into Live, hosted by Ecamm. If you haven't signed up, go ahead and do so. It's going to be an amazing event. And I am
sorry.
the newest
Elaine
addition.
is right. No, Elaine is right. Elaine is right. That's the best part about online manuals too, right? You can go in, you can search the manual, and then you can pull one of these for when your eyes are like ours. You can just zoom that sucker until there's no tomorrow. Like bang, bang, bang. So that's the other part I like about it. Boom. That is the delicious part about online manuals. So yes, I actually though, Kathy and all you guys, I take it and I put a PDF copy on my phone and I store it in the iBooks app because Apple has a built-in iBooks reader. So it's like Kindle. Or if you have Kindle app, you can store it in the Kindle app. You can put PDFs in there. So I store my camera manuals in there. In case you get on the job site, something is not like popping, have your camera manuals on your phone. And all the manufacturers have them in PDF format. And gee, what cable are you talking about?
Yeah, that's actually a really good tip. On top of that, on top of manuals, in my phone, the that same PDF reader through Apple, I also have some of my favorite photography books, some that help me with portrait photography, so that if ever I feel like I got a little bit like stumped on like how to pose, because that's usually the biggest thing with portrait photography. I have some manuals that I could just quickly open up in my phone and just give myself like a 5-minute refresher before, an event or a client.
That's dope. Anyway, in theory, it's probably just a standard USB cable, or it's probably just a HDMI cable from the internet. $6. Same. They're still using the same HDMI connector that we use today. More than likely, I'm trying to see if they have pictures of the pukas on the side. But again, it's all in the manual. It will tell you what the name of the cable is. Copy and paste that into Amazon, and you get it. There's no such thing as you need a Sony specific cable if it's just an HDMI. If it is, it's called the Sony AV cable, which is like super old school, but it might happen. Knowing Sony from back in the day, they weren't really the way they are now. So it's very possible that you did need a special cable, but you can find it on eBay if worst case scenario. It won't be that hard.
Yeah, is that the 3.5 AV cable?
Yeah, those old schools, but that's not even HDMI. Those 3.5 AV cables are just whack. I have 50
Yeah.
of them. I have so many
Yeah,
of
they're
them.
just it's an audio cable that's just used for video instead of stereo audio.
It's kind of funny. I haven't used that sucking thing in forever, but I got a bunch of those. Boom, boom, boom. Yes, there you go. Store the manuals in the Kindle app, man. That is the absolute maneuver. Absolute maneuver. Man, it's super funny. I can't believe that we had to go through 3 parts of this. Just just to make this work. But I mean, for again, for you, single dad,
Hmm.
raising your kid, and you still find a way to just get it done. Like I'm in awe. I just I think your work and other people who go through really really tough work like that, and I just think to myself like what in is the excuse for other folks? Like, are they just making this excuse up? Do they really believe what they're saying? Like, yeah, it's kind of confusing. Like, so
It's
I guess
tough.
part of it is props to you, but the other part of it is if you have, what is your advice for someone who just feels like they don't have time because again, you find a way to get it done.
Well, if someone feels that they don't have time, I think personally, like what I did was you have to evaluate your time. I take every experience that I've had in my life, and I that is the amalgamation of who I am. So there was a time where I was a server at a restaurant, and you learn that you never go anywhere empty-handed because you don't want to make a double back trip, so you don't want to waste time. And when you start taking time, and really understanding that it is our most precious commodity, you decide that you don't want to waste it on anything. So, like you said before, if you're watching a movie and you're trying to get more purpose out of it, then that's fine. But also, you have to just be real with yourself, because if you see that someone is achieving something that you're not, then you need to like look in the mirror, because the only person that's holding you back is yourself. And you've always told the entire LGL community that the first thing that you should do is look in the mirror and tell yourself that you are a creator, and that's if that is what you want to be. But if that applies to anything else, so let's say you want to be a carpenter, you would wake up in the morning and you would tell yourself, I am a carpenter. Instead of trying to, like fake it to make it, I like to say you make it until you make it. And that's where the difference comes in. So value your time because it is our most precious commodity. And with my own personal experience, um, for those of you who don't know, my son was born prematurely. And when I went through that experience with him, it really puts time into perspective, and the time that I had during the day, I wanted to spend with my boy no matter what. And my schedule changed back then. And from having a business, right, where I was doing phone repairs at a brick and mortar location and I had a storefront, I would spend roughly like 10 hours a day at the shop from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. every day. And when my son was born, my schedule changed to the fact that I was waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning to go to the hospital, to then go back to the shop to open it up at 10, to then close it at 8 o'clock, and then go back to the hospital to see my boy, spend the majority of the evening there, to then go home and sleep for 4 hours and do it all over again. When your schedule changes so dramatically, then you really put an emphasis in your time. And the fact that, like I, after that fact, wanted to make sure that I spent all of the most time that I could with my son, that's what was the motivation behind me changing my entire life. That brick and mortar location was closed down, and I even stopped doing phone repairs altogether, just because of the fact that I was transitioning and I still wasn't sure what I was going to do. Eventually it turned into me redoing the phone repairs, but in a mobile manner, because that allowed me to still cater to my son's needs, which is, I'm lucky enough now that I spend the majority of my time with my baby boy. And whenever I do need to do work, I'm able to take him with me so that he never leaves my side. And that is what is most valuable to me. in my life. And for that reason, I made the changes that I needed to do for that. And once I achieved that aspect was when I decided to now try to treat myself and pursue my own passion, because there is no reason to waste time. If there's something that you want to do, then go ahead and start doing that thing, because time is finite. It is something that is limited, and it is super precious. So make the most of it. Make the most of your everyday, because every day is the only thing that we really have.
Yeah. You got to live every day like it's your last one, because one of these days you're finna be right.
Yeah. We sometimes we worry ourselves with, oh, what's coming in the future, when my experience with my son made me realize that the future is, once again, ethereal. It is not even here. So why am I going to worry about things that are not even here? I need to take care of what's on my plate. And what was on my plate was my son's health and his well-being. And that's still what's primarily on my plate today, because Aidan is the boss. And everything that you see me do, my drive, and whenever you see me pursuing my passion, it is because my baby boy taught me, and he is also the driving force behind my passion.
100%. No, Dan, that's not my cat. I gotta. That's super funny. I was going to answer a question for Kathy, but it's super funny. So yes,
It's funny. It does look like it on the screen. That's why. That's funny.
This is for all of my people that are afraid to make the transition, because everyone keeps telling them, but I want to transition to Sony, but I got all these Canon lenses. Okay, check this out. This is the Sony A7. This is a photodiox lens adapter. That is my keyboard. So you take this guy, you take this adapter, and you go like this, and you line up the little dots, and then you twirl. Line and twirl. Okay, now it's in there. This is a Canon EF lens. It says right there, Canon. Take the Canon lens, line up the little dot, align and twirl. This is a Canon lens on a Sony camera, and my Sony camera is breaking out in hives right now. See that right there? It says Canon.
I use the Metabones adapter.
The Metabones adapter is even better.
EF to E mount T, and just like Doc said, I have the same exact Canon lens, the 50mm f1.4. This is the one Canon lens that I did not get rid of when I made my transition.
Because it's a dope
And this combination,
lens.
Oh yeah.
It's the Plastic
honestly,
Fantastic.
No, because the Plastic Fantastic is the 1.8. The 1.4, the one that you have and I have here, this was the $300 or $350 one.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it wasn't the $1,400 one.
Yeah.
The thing is,
because when I bought this, I was
the Canonites out there, this was the best deal, because there was very little difference between the upgrade of this one to its bigger brother or more expensive counterpart, the 1.2, and the results were not that different.
You guys, Luis said the E word on my stream. I'm gonna kick his butt.
Well, it was just a price point.
We don't say
I
the
didn't
E-word.
say that it was 2XE. I said that it was more E than the other one. That's it. And that's a fact.
Oh
It's
my
just a
God,
price point.
I just
But
love this
the
camera.
E is subjective. It's all relative to your experience. Like me, everyone's out here buying the new ZV-E10, which is great, but I'm team flip up. So I prefer my Sony A6100 with the flip up screen comparative to the flip out screen, cause some shade there, to the point where I doubled down and I purchased another A6100. So now there's two in the Camera Junkie stable, allowing me to better produce more content around this camera while I'm using this camera. So I'm super, super happy with that.
I forgot how much I love this lens. So,
It is
that-
such a good lens. It's the
such a
one that
good
I couldn't
lens.
get rid of.
it's
And you know
dorky,
what?
but it's a good lens.
I don't know if he's here because I wasn't checking out, but shout out to Jared Spink because he was just talking about that he's looking for a 24 to 105 Canon, the f4 L series lens, and that one and this 50 millimeter were like the staple when I was shooting Canon. It was just those two and give me any challenge because I would knock everything out with those two lenses. Absolutely love the combination. I was always like, well, even better than me, but my clients were always extremely happy whenever I used that L series f4 lens. So those are probably like my favorite lenses for Canon,
Happy clients,
and
bro.
they're affordable.
My favorite is
That's
the
a good
50
word.
millimeter 1.2 L glass, like freaking crazy, ridiculously expensive, according to the what's his face over here.
That was your favorite?
Yeah. What's your name? Oh, Luis. What? I forget in a minute. Man, I'm getting old. I be saying dumb stuff.
I done said something stupid.
Oh wait, I meant to put that on the button. I meant to put that on the button so that I can be
That's
like,
the new.
uh-oh.
That's the new.
I done said something stupid. Oh my god, freaking!
That's the new
Alex.
soundbite for the LGL community.
Oh my god, Alec just killed
Oh,
it.
Alec
yo.
killed it. He killed
Oh
it.
my god.
I
Oh
have
my
it.
God,
I have
here.
it in my
So do
in
I.
my
I'm gonna
Ecamm
go
setup.
ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and just drop it to my little Ecamm and be like, oh, I done did something stupid.
So funny, man.
It's super funny.
So good.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to add that to a high key, and then put the high
Have
key as
to.
an exclamation point. So that way, whenever you
Listen.
get stuck, oh, there you go. Now I can just exclamation point. Hey, there you go. Oh, I done did something stupid. God.
I hope
Alec
all
is-
of you guys enjoy that. Alec killed me with that one, man. I downloaded that one and as I was listening to it on my computer, I was cracking up. I was like, "This is too good, so funny."
Man, I'm laughing. Yes, Tom, 100%, bro, 100%. Dang, that's funny. You know, wait, is our coffee talk still here? I just came to the conclusion that Tom kind of looks like Jerry from Papa Roach.
You think so?
A little bit. Maybe it's just a skinny face guy. let me get a picture.
I don't know. Maybe.
Let me get it. And we got to get ready for class. Tell everybody how they can find you.
If you want to find me, this is how you can find me, sir. Another one.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Oh, no, I had to do it. I had to drop it. But no. To find me, you can find me at Mr. Camera Junkie on pretty much any platform. So whichever one that you're on, you can look me up. If not, you can just Google hashtag Mr. Camera Junkie, and you will find me very easily. Whether it's Twitter, I'm even on Twitch. So Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, and my preferred platform is YouTube, Mr. Camera Junkie. What was that?
This is Jerry. Not I mean old like in the middle of Papa Roach Jerry, but like modern Jerry
Okay.
looks a little bit like Tom Bot. I'm just saying. Look, this is modern
I
Jerry.
would have to say yes.
Like Jerry Horton,
Okay.
old Jerry Horton had spiky hair and freaking dread mullet.
My
at
mental
times.
picture was from like the music videos, and I was
No,
like,
no. That's a different Jerry. Modern day Jerry looks. Thank you, Sammy. Modern day Jerry looks like Tom. I'm telling you, man. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm just
I
saying.
agree.
Hey, you know that band almost didn't exist because Jerry was going to hang up on the phone on Kobe. Like Kobe kept calling him, like, dude, man, because they were in high school, right, at Vacaville High School, and he's like, Jerry, we need you to come and play in the band, and he's like, no. And then he's like, no, Jerry, like it's gonna be good or whatever, and he's like, man, I'm not listening to Jacoby, like, him and Tobin, whatever. It's like, whatever. I'm not listening to you guys. I don't want to go over there. Whatever. So they just kept harassing him. And finally, Jerry was like, okay, just to shut him up. Literally just to shut him up. And then he went over and, hey, lucky for us, that happened, because if that didn't happen, there would be no Roach. I'm just saying, like, it's a thing. So now you know.
I'm just laughing at Tom's comment.
What? Adrian Rockstar in the hospital. I got it. No. Oh God. Hold on. Let me. Okay. Here's a better one.
That's a great one, Tom.
Here's a picture from probably recently, because they probably had to do this, like, COVID conversation. So when was this? This was exactly a year ago today. Let me see if Twitter will let me get the picture without being dumb. Okay, here we go. Wow. It's like, hey, guess who came on my stream today? Papa Roach. I can just put this out on Instagram. Nobody would know. But yeah, look at them. Like, it's such a trippy, like, look for them. You know what I mean? And then there's Tom.
Yeah.
Look at Kobe, man. He's
missing the beard there.
No, he's still rocking the cut like back in the day, right? Dave lost like all the weight. Like, holy crap, Dave is so skinny now. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, anyway, why'd I go into Papa Roach rant? You guys are messing. Now I'm gonna have to go crank it up. Oh, anyway, gang, we got class coming up. Luis, how do they get a hold of you?
Like I said, find me under Mr. Camera Junkie under any platform, or you can just Google hashtag Mr. Camera Junkie, and you'll be able to see me. Yeah, and I'll be happy to help anyone who needs help. Send me a direct message, and you could always reach out to me.
He said under any platform. That sorry, it's a New York thing, because under the platforms is where all of the bad stuff happens. Under the subway platforms, like, that's where you go to get a bag. That's where you go for some street fellatio. Like, yeah, under the platform is a bad spot. Anyway.
Oh my God.
I'm done.
That escalated quickly.
The stream just, and of course, right when Eileen came, so, we got to be quiet now. We're getting out of here. Gang. We got class coming up in round about an hour. Yes, so if you are a member of the Drop Squad, get ready for class. Grab yourself a coffee, son, eat, whatever. Yes, Sammy does look like Columbo. Yes, it is true, Sammy. Oh God, sorry, Mel. No, I didn't mean it.
We all have our doppelgangers, so.
Oh my goodness, yo!
Pretty soon we're gonna make an entire collage of all the doppelganger pictures and just put the handles underneath each picture of who they represent.
During Chief Keef's video, Rich never looked more like John Candy than it was Rich singing Mo Cephas. Oh my goodness, bruh. That was so freaking good. That was so freaking good. Oh God. Okay, gang.
We saw it live. On Alicia's live stream. It was so funny.
Oh my God. Funny. No flavored coffee, Dev Chambers, damn it. Do not get this girl started. She's not here right now, thank goodness. But yes, if you want to join the Drop Squad, all you gotta do is go over to the Buy Me a Coffee page. You can jump in, you can become part of a family over there. We're gonna do all of that. And also, Paul, it was Matt Fewer from Mac Headroom. And then let me play the promo real quick because I got to. Are you ready to take your content to the next level? The live streaming market is booming, but with so many options out there, it's hard to know where to start. You've heard about doing live video and other video content on platforms like LinkedIn and Facebook, but you're not sure how to make the most of this or how this is going to help you with your business. You're not sure if creating a YouTube channel is going to help you get more customers or it's just a waste of your time. We will walk you through everything you need to succeed in live video with this 4-day immersive virtual bootcamp. We've We've got all bases covered. From choosing the right platform for your needs, planning an event, recording epic video content, and editing it into something awesome, scheduling posts on social media, promoting your videos, and monetizing them effectively. This course is designed for everyone from total beginners who are just getting started in live streaming to those who want to grow their visibility and increase business by creating more valuable content. Leap into live streaming virtual bootcamp. Oh, dude, the pun gets you every time. Like, gang, let me press the button on the caster of pros. City of mine, thank you, Miss Eileen, for posting that in there. Gang, we will see you guys next freaking week. Remember, Tuesday might be a light stream because I got to get on the jet right after. I'm leaving on a jet plane. The remix. So, thank you, Tom. Thank you. I appreciate you. And then now I'm going to go yell at myself for doing that. Anyway, guys, I will see you soon. Aloha.